Welcome! This is Solopreneur Success Strategies, where we talk about mindset, your website, your brand, your social media marketing, your customers, how to sell to your customers, how to find your customers, how to talk about the skills and knowledge you need in your business, and free software and tools to help you save time, money, and be more productive, as well as strategy and systems here on Solopreneur Success Strategies. Welcome! Welcome, this is Jane Gardner, and welcome to Solopreneur Success Strategies. Today, it's Jill or Jack of all days trades, Thursday, on Solopreneur Success Strategies, and we're talking about being a Jill or Jack of all trades. As a Jill or Jack of all trades solopreneur, you need to know a lot about a little bit about a lot of things. We've gone over some of HTML you need to know, WordPress. We've had a look at pricing and some of the concepts behind cash. So we haven't done email yet. And so we are going to be looking at sales funnel today because that's important for your sales. But for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jane Gardner. I work with my husband for the last 20 years in our structural engineering firm. And about 3 years ago, I came onto the internet where I learned all about sales funnels. Because like you, when I came onto the internet, I didn't know what a sales funnel was or what the heck was a upsell. Why were they talking about upsells and OTOs? Actually, we're not going to do OTOs today, but so we're going to go over quickly some of these concepts. Last week, we did look over what is a sales funnel and a front-end offer and a back-end offer. And actually, we'll be looking at it again for the slides. So here we go. So it's all about the sales funnel today. This is going to be working when you sleep. So it's all set up to work whenever. So you don't have to be there paying attention to it every 5 minutes. But a sales funnel, this is a really complex sales funnel. You have traffic, you have people coming into your squeeze page, some people call it, but it's basically just a page with information on it with either a freebie offer or something that you will give away to them. And then they will enter their name and address, email address, and then they will receive it. And they will be put on your email list, etc. And then they will get some emails. And at the same time, they will get offers of information and products and services that they may or may not be interested in. So we had a look at what a sales funnel is. It looks like a funnel. Everybody comes in at the, you try and get enough people to come in at the, get your freebie, get on your email list, and then go from one sales page to your front-end offer, which is something that they have to pay for. And then there's, say, a third sales page, which is your back-end offer, which is what is basically the product that you would like them to buy. But, of course, that's a real simple way of calling a sales funnel. So you think about your sales funnels that you've been through and what were the components and what kind of pages they had and what type of funnels were compelling and you bought more because you liked how they were telling you about the product, or what components turned you off. So we looked at that, last week. So here's a simple sales funnel. This is a sales page for one of my memberships, and it's basically a text and video talking about the membership, and the most important part is the buy button for what you have to buy. Because your buy button is then connected up to your shopping cart or to PayPal. It has a link as a payment processor. So when they click on the link, the buy button, they go to the shopping cart page where they fill in their name and address and maybe their credit card, or they go to PayPal and then pay for it. And then they are sent automatically to the product, which turns out here to be a membership. And then in the email, they get the email and password that they can use to go into enter my membership. And this can happen a day or night because it's an automated system, which is nice. So this is a more complex one, as you can see. and it's basically working day or night, set up that way. A simpler way to look at it is that you have your website, for example, with a sales page on it. Your visitor comes to your website, they read the information on the sales page, they decide they want it, they press the buy button, and then they go to the shopping cart where they have the transaction of the money for the product or service, and then they are sent a product or service link. And then this link is actually where you have stored your product or service information. Well, product especially is stored over, say, on Amazon S3. And then they get the link and they click on it and they go and they download their product. So that's part of your business system working for you when you sleep. And you're the happy owner because you get money in the bank. So, for example, I used this previously, a sales system. You have a shopping cart, say like Sam card or Thrive card, which is you set up and link it to your bank, and then you link it to a page, your sales page. They click on the buy button, they go to the shopping cart, they either fill in their Visa or credit card, or they go to PayPal to pay with cash, or they can go to Stripe, for example, and pay with credit card or PayPal. That's a payment processor. And then the money goes to me. So that's the second part of it. Well, what about what they call an upsell? Well, an upsell is the front-end product, let's say, or the back-end product, which is cost a bit more to them. It's a more valuable product. So the visitor goes to the sales page, they buy the first item, and then either they are sent to the and then of course the process goes to the sales system where they pay for it, and then after they pay for it, they are sent to the second sales page, which is an upsell, which is similar to the previous product, but would be of an asset to them in order to have it. So they then buy that as well. And of course, then you send them two links. The first time that they go, they get a link and can download the product. And then of course the second upsell. This upsell, they can get another link for the product. So it's all sort of in a vortex there. So for example, on this diagram, there's an upsell here. So from the freebie, they get their freebie, and they might be sent to a upsell, which is possibly a $7 product that they have to pay some money for. And if they do, then they go on and they get their product. Or if they don't buy it, they might actually get a downsell, get a cheaper product, say for $5, and see if they're interested in that. And if they don't buy that, well, then they are just put onto the email list, and where then they might also, in a series of emails, get maybe an offer on the second email for another product, and they either buy it, or then they get, and if they buy it, they go to the upsell, and if they buy that, then they get the upsell. If they don't buy the upsell, then they go down to the downsell. All very complicated, but not really. Once you start doing it, I'll show you how. So a downsell or an upsell in the sales funnel, it can be on your thank you page after you buy the first product and you just add a buy button. It can be part of the shopping cart process, which sends the visitor to the second sales page where either the visitor says no thanks to the upsell or no thanks to the downsell, and then they get sent to get their product. It can be part of the shopping cart process as a page visitor is sent to after buying the first product, but before they receive the first product they bought. Sometimes an annoying type of shopping cart process sales funnel that I don't like particularly is you have to go through and say no thanks to various upsells at least 4 or 5 times before you actually see the page where you can download the product they actually bought at the very beginning. If you want to annoy people, that's one way to do it. But if you don't, just try and keep it simple in terms of how many upsells you put onto your sales funnel process. So they go from the sales page to maybe a thank you page. And how about they'd like this other product, which would work well with it? They say no thanks. Then how about this cheaper product, low-end product? And they say no thanks. Then they just go on and they get the email for their product. So as you can imagine, it's a bit complicated. So it's all about flow charting sometimes when it comes to creating your sales funnel. For example, where does this one start? I guess it starts at the top at the front end. It says $17. And they're talking about affiliates here, but we won't talk about that ourselves, so ignore that part. And then there's an upsell to $37. And if they don't buy that, then they can go to the downsell and see if they're interested in another $17 product. And if they buy the upsell one, this is the one I don't like, then they can go to another upsell. And if they don't want that, they go to a downsell. Or they can go up to upsell 3. This is the one I don't like, but this certainly explains what I was complaining about before you even get your product. Of course, you always get your product usually by a notification by email, so you don't really have to. If you lose your place in the funnel, you don't have to really start over again or anything. So I hope that explains a little bit about a sales funnel. I'm not sure if there's too much else I can explain without actually doing one. So, what is important when you're thinking of your sales funnel is what is the end goal in mind? What is the end result for the customer? What is the product that you want to sell them? Whether it's a membership or a front-end product that's worth $500 or whatever. And then work backwards from there when laying out your sales funnel. And of course, as I mentioned last week, try and give something of value to your people on your email list while you're giving them offers as well, because they want to stay on your email list. So keep giving them value and they will. So is your sales funnel working for you? For a sales funnel to be effective and efficient, it needs to be carefully tracked and measured. So tracking and measuring is the most important thing you'll do in the entire sales process. When you monitor each part of your funnel, you can see exactly what's working, what isn't, and what areas of the funnel needs to be tightened up. So yes, there is some work involved with the sales funnel other than bringing people to your sales funnel. You have to make sure that it's actually working as well as you think. So maybe next time we'll look at a flow chart with some conversions on it. Try to explain to you that. Yeah, it's sort of like dating, sort of, and getting married. So we'll maybe use that analogy next week about conversion, so I better write that down. So that's it for now for a sales funnel. It's concepts. That wasn't too bad for concepts. See you next week. Thank you for listening. This has been Jane Gardner at Solopreneur Success Strategies. Please go and subscribe at jgtips.com/programs. And also to find out about other programs as well over at jgtips.com/programs. And over there we have a free mindset magazine for you to check out at jgtips.com/mindset offer. So welcome. Thanks for listening. And I hope to see you again here tomorrow, as this is a 7-day-a-week show on mindset, your customer, getting your message out on social media and on your website, talking about strategies, talking about business systems, talking about all kinds of things, including the skills that you need as a solopreneur. So please come back and subscribe at jgtips.com/programs. Thank you.